The tennis world watched in disbelief as the unthinkable happened. Alex Eala, the Filipina sensation who took the WTA Tour by storm, saw her magical National Bank Open run come to a devastating halt. After capturing her maiden WTA title just days earlier, she entered Toronto with a 7-match winning streak and the hopes of millions on her shoulders. The 21-year-old world number 20 fought with every ounce of her being, battling through injuries and grueling 3-set marathons. But when the dust settled on center court at SoBi Stadium, one question echoed across the globe: just how much did this rising star walk away with? The answer will absolutely shock you. Alex Eala arrived in Toronto riding the biggest wave of her young career. Just days before the National Bank Open, she had made history by becoming the first Filipino to ever win a WTA Tour singles title, capturing the Mubadala DC Open in Washington. She defeated a murderer's row of talent including Jing Qinwen, Leylah Fernandez, Alina Svitolina, Naomi Osaka, and stunned world number 3 Jessica Pegula in a thrilling 4-6, 6-4, 6-0 final. That victory catapulted her to a career-high ranking of world number 20, cementing her appointment for taste. Tickets for her matches sold out in approximately 30 minutes, forcing tournament organizers to move her matches from the grandstand to the packed center court. Thousands of Filipino-Canadian fans filled SoBi Stadium, waving Philippine flags and creating an electric atmosphere that could be felt across Toronto. Eala entered the tournament as the number 25 seed with a first-round bye, and the momentum from her Washington triumph was undeniable. She had won 9 of her last 10 matches, and the tennis world was taking notice. This wasn't just another tournament for the young Filipina. This was her coronation as the new face of Asian tennis. But little did anyone know, the challenges that lay ahead would test her like never before. The stage was set for something truly special, and Eala was determined to deliver. Eala's first test came against American Alycia Parks to direct a rematch of their heartbreaking first-round encounter at the 2026 Australian Open, where Parks had come back from a first-set bagel to win. This time, Eala was on a mission. She dominated the opening set 6-1, showcasing the aggressive baseline game that had made her a star. Parks fought back to take the second set 6-4, but Eala refused to break. In the deciding third set, she seized control early, racing to a 2-0 lead, absorbing Parks's push to 2-2, then closing with 4 straight games for a commanding 6-2 victory. The sweet revenge was complete. But the real test cast Caty McNally, a Paula Vertessen, by Forbes, tie 4th-seeded limit. The 25th-seeded Filipina battled through a nagging left ankle issue that required a medical timeout in the second set. McNally grew more aggressive after the break, turning a 4-5 deficit into a set weighed min to port. Into Elder sold with a Yarave McNally serve in the third, breaking McNally serve in the Estacid. Support extended to be. It was so tough, she said, visibly drained but triumphant. She had done it. She was through to the 4th round of a WTA 1000 event for the first time in her career. But waiting in the round of 16 was a formidable obstacle. Belinda Bencic, the former world number 4, Tokyo Olympic gold medalist and winner of the 2015 Canadian Open. The 29-year-old Swiss veteran brought an imposing resume with 2 Grand Slam semifinal appearances and 10 tour titles. Eala entered the match visibly fatigued, having barely had time to recover after her historic DC Open title and grueling battles in Toronto. The Filipina also appeared to still be dealing with the fake. She erased a double-break deficit to forge a 4-4 deadlock, piercing through with blazing return hits amid the deafening cheers of Filipino fans at the packed center court. But the 12th-seeded Bencic shrugged off the noise and converted a crucial third breakpoint before sealing the opening lead with a forehand winner. The second set was a nightmare. Bencic sustained her relentless momentum, delivering a variety of winners to punctuate the dominant win with a devastating bagel 6-0-0. The final scoreline read 4-6-0-6. Eala's 7-match winning streak was snapped, and her magical North American hardcourt run came to a screeching halt. Several times during the match, Eala had to nurse her right ankle, struggling defensively and having difficulty getting her first serve going. the Filipina star finally ran out of gas, and the tennis world watched what's happening. Now here comes the part that will absolutely stun you. Despite the heartbreaking loss, Alex Eala's National Bank Open journey was far from a failure. In fact, her bank account is about to get a massive boost that will leave you speechless. By reaching the fourth round, the round of 16, Eala earned a whopping $81,800 in prize money. That's more than 4.9 million Philippine pesos. But wait, that's just the beginning. Prior to the Toronto tournament, Eala had already accumulated an astonishing $1,535.30 in prize money this year, AL1. When you add her Canadian Open earnings, her 2026 total skyrockets to over $1.6 million, more than 94 million Philippine pesos. Let that sink in for a moment. A 21-year-old from the Philippines, who just a few years ago was a junior Grand Slam champion, is now earning life-changing money on the biggest stage in tennis. And it doesn't stop there. Eala also earned 120 crucial ranking points from her Toronto run, which should be enough to keep her grip on her career-high ranking of world number 20. She has already made history this year, becoming the first Filipino player to reach the fourth round of a Grand Slam singles tournament at Wimbledon. She owns major wins over some of the sport's biggest names, including former world number 2026 alone than most professional tennis players earn in their entire careers. And she's just getting started. So what's next for Alex Eala after this shocking end to her National Bank Open journey? The answer will excite every Filipino tennis fan. Despite the loss, Eala remains incredibly positive about her performance and has no regrets. She described her campaign in Toronto as a positive and successful experience, highlighting the progress she made by reaching the round of 16 of a WTA 1000 event. The Filipina star will now turn her attention to the next tournaments of the North American hardcourt swing as she continues her meteoric rise on the WTA Tour. Her next challenge? The WTA 1000 Cincinnati Open, slated for August 13 to 23 in Ohio, USA, where she is expected to compete as a seeded player. After that comes the ultimate prize, the US Open, the final Grand Slam of the year. Eala's rapid rise has made her a trailblazing face of Philippine tennis, a Filipino teacher, dash. Whence main her Alex Eala is here to stay strong supplied, with Belinda Bencic herself appreciation for the favajdo in the mirroring from and susfamat. She may have lost the battle in Toronto, but she is winning the war. The world has seen what this 21-year-old Filipina sensation is capable of, and the future has never looked brighter. Her journey is far from over. In fact, it's only just beginning. Watch out, tennis world. Alex Eala is coming for everything. If you enjoyed this latest tennis update and want to stay ahead of the biggest stories in the world, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe the channel right now. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action. See you in the next video.